Alright. Looks like we're live. Okay, so greetings, Varlets. I am Interrogator Rosetta US, attaché to Lady Marcholme of the Order Mechanicus, and welcome to Looking Cute and Drawing Minis. I come at you live from the grim dark future, currently broadcasting from the hive world of Virago. The theme music for the stream is Chords Lament and Help by the venerable liturgist Adam Bell. We also have music for Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, which is composed of Guillaume David and the copyright Bulwark Studios, and music for Warhammer 40k Darktide, which is composed by Jesper Kyd and copyright Fat Shark Games. All the music provided to us by filmmusic.io and pixby.com. Today we're continuing to draw the Deathworld Veteran Agent for my kill team of Inquisitorial Agents. She hails from the planet of Mahir and is well versed in combat against the deadly Tyrannid menace. Also, we have some news which you can spend your hard-earned channel points on. Sorry, some new rewards, sorry, I just said new. I have mixed some things up with my avatar's appearance, and now you can choose from 3 different outfits. First, we have my new Mechanicus form. I have lovingly called this Mechanicus Protocols, and is the outfit you currently see me wearing. How do you Varlets like it? I have also added my vampiric form as a reward for those of you who wish to see me become a creature of the night. I have called this one my vampiric form for obvious reasons. And finally, you can switch me back to my canon appearance with the reward called Interrogator Uniform. So that'll be right there on those channel points. You can use those right now, whenever you'd like. Today I will have, I'll be sporting this one. But again, if you wish me to switch, then by all means, check it out. And then we have Z saying, "Oh, hi Rosetta, you look different." Yes, I was just saying that I have added some rewards on my, for the channel points you have. If you go ahead and check it out, you can see that there's 3 different ones all the way at the bottom, which is called Interrogator Uniform, which is my regular outfit. We have the Mechanicus Protocols, which is the outfit you see me wearing right now. And then vampiric form, which is the one that looks like I'm a vampire. So I'll go ahead and show those off right now. Where is my thing? Here we go. So this will be Interrogator Uniform. Sorry, Interrogator Uniform, my regular one. And then we have Mechanicus, which is the one I'll be using today, unless you guys decide to use your points to see me in something else. And then, of course, we have my vampiric form. Yeah. Yeah, today I'll be sporting this one. Just been playing around with my avatar and figured might as well show it off to you guys. But yeah, today we're continuing to draw the Deathworld Veteran Agent from Mahir. How you been, Zine? What you been up to? Zine says, "I really like the outfit coloring." Thank you, thank you. Which outfit specifically? The one I'm wearing or the one she's wearing? The Mechanicus Protocols. Yeah, I really like it too. I really like the colors. But then again, I am a Mechanicus fan, so I'm very biased. But yeah, behind the cameras, I actually did a little bit of editing on the color scheme for my Deathworld Veteran Agent. And I feel like this is a little bit better. I wanted to keep the colors down to a few ones. So I went ahead and changed her wraps to be the same color as the bone armor that she's got. And I went ahead and changed the wrap here to be the same color as her pants and her headband. And then Z says, but how are you? I'm actually doing really good. I've had a pretty good week. I can't really complain. Mostly just working, you know, a lot of work. No rest in the Imperium. But how about you? What you been up to? And then Zine says, I've been good. I'm currently at a trip. Oh, nice. Where are you? So right now, what I'll be doing is this thing right here. Let's see if I can show it off. It's actually I'm going to be cutting some shapes into the layer so that I can only paint this layer. And voila. Okay, Z says just a trip with a couple of old friends trying to escape the workforce, you know. Okay, I get you. Have fun. What you guys up to? Seeing the sights, doing a little bit of partying, just relaxing, all of the above. Zine said yesterday we were drinking and it was traveling. It was really fun. Nice. Well, I hope you're having a great time with your friends. Yeah, this brush seems a little big. Let me go ahead and shrink it up a little bit. There you go. And we have Rentrick saying, Hola, hola Rentrick, ¿cómo está? ¿Todo bien? ¿Qué hace? And I said, hey Rentrick, how's it going? What you been up to? Then we have Z says, wait, Rosario, I'm gonna be back. Hold on. Hey, no worries. Go ahead and take your time. Petret dice, bien, bien, gracias. Nada, hoy me estoy haciendo bien taruga, nada más. ¿Qué está haciendo? Bueno, aquí dibujando. Y como dije al principio de la transmisión, añadí unos nuevos regalos que uno puede usar en los puntos que tiene o sea, ahí abajo, donde está el chat. Puedes cogerle 3 diferentes atuendos que voy a usar. Puedes puedes coger este que tengo puesto que se llama Mechanicus Particles. Puedes coger el que parece un vampiro, que se llama Vampiric Form. Y también puedes escoger el que se llama Interrogator Uniform, que es el original, si me quieres ver en mi atuendo original. Eso lo añadí ahí en los Shadow Points. And for those of you who didn't understand any of that, I was just giving Rentrick a rundown of all the new changes, including this offer that I got right now. Richard dijo, no tengo tantos puntos aún, para la otra será. Pues, ¿cuál atuendo quieres? ¿Cuál quieres que yo me ponga? Rentrick says, I don't have enough points, so it'll have to be for the next one. Alright, back at it. Si lo quieres ver, te lo puedo enseñar rápido. Rentrick wanted to see the vampire one. He says, quería ver el de vampiro. I told him, hey, I can show it to you real quick. Hey, hold on, let me look it up. Este es el de vampiro. Bleh. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Retribuyo, gracias. He says, thank you. No problem, de nada. Ahí para que lo veas. Pero si quieres que me lo ponga para el resto de la transmisión, vas a tener que usar los puntos. Told him, hey, I was just showing you for now, but if you want me to wear it the entire time, you're gonna have to, use those points. Okay, let's see. Do I like that? Is that okay? Yeah, I think that should be okay. ¿Pero qué pasó que estás taruga? ¿Qué es lo que te está pasando? Because Richard says that he's doing good, but he's blocked right now. So I'm like, whoa, what's up? Why are you blocked? Rentrick said, no, simplemente hoy no tengo nada que hacer y pues aquí ando haciendo nada. Okay. He says, oh, no, nothing. I just got nothing to do today, so here I am doing nothing. Pues no te preocupes, eso le pasa a todo el mundo. I told him, hey, don't worry, that happens to everybody. Pero para que veas entonces, so you guys can see, in other words, the progress we've made so far. This is how she's looking. I really like how she's coming out. It's really good. Anybody here been watching any of the Skull stuff for Warhammer 40k? I know they just recently announced a bunch of video games and a bunch of stuff for currently existing video games. Just curious if anybody had any opinions about the latest stuff. Rente dijo, creo que dijiste algo, pero estaba hablando con mi mamá y no escuché. No, estaba preguntando si alguien había visto las nuevas noticias que está pasando con las cosas de Warhammer. A ver si alguien sabía o había visto alguno de esos anuncios de los juegos y videos que vienen pronto, o de las nuevas miniaturas que están saliendo, cosas así. Let's get Rentrick a rundown of what I was saying, and then we got 78 Rose saying, "Hi, whoa, new look, Rosada. This is one of my new outfits that I will be sporting. I was working on it for a little while, and I think I like how it came out. I was just letting people know that I have added some, or at least I've reworked a lot of the rewards for the channel bits. So you can choose between 1 of 3 outfits. My original Interrogator uniform. Number 2, with the outfit I'm currently wearing, which is called Mechanicus Protocols. And number 3, which is my vampire one, which I call Vampiric Look. So you want to spend points and changing my outfit to one of those 3? Go ahead and just, go ahead and pop those, use those channel points. How you been, 70 Rose? Everything good? Knatek dijo, no he visto nada al respecto. Bueno, han salido un montón de juegos de video nuevos. Reggie says, oh no, I hadn't seen anything of the sort. I told him, hold on, a bunch of new games just came out. Say, Rose says, pretty good. Yeah, they go, I do like it. Yeah, so we have, there's the new Dark Heresy. Bueno, salió juego nuevo de Dark Heresy. We have some new stuff for Darktide, which is the new class. We also have, what else? Richard dijo, dejará el Steam prendido, pero le quitaré el volumen. Me invitará a jugar. Ok, bueno, que la pasen bien. Hablamos después. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of new stuff. New minis, new games. Yeah, it's looking crazy. Regiel says, new siege mod for Space Marine 2. Yeah, exactly. And Dawn of War remaster. Yeah, I saw that. I'm actually excited for that one. But welcome, Regiel. How you been? Regiel says, trying to get up and finish these Vark heists that I should have been done with a week ago. Oh, wow. Well, hey, good luck. How much you got left? Reagan says, not much. They're like 5 hours of time if I paint them all together. The problem is I didn't do that. I really don't want to keep wet blending these wings. Oh yeah, that sounds Yeah, I prefer to just paint on as opposed to a lot of wet blending. Just because, again, like you said, it's a lot of hard work doing that. And said, oh wait, hold on. Headphone Actor says, oh, I missed one stream and Arzayo gets replaced. No, you haven't. I am actually sporting this outfit for the very first time. Here, I'll go ahead and do my little spiel on it again, just so that everybody knows. We have some new rewards that you can spend your hard-earned channel points on. I've mixed some things up with my avatar's appearance, and now you're able to choose from 3 different outfits. First, we have my new Mechanicus form. I have lovingly called this my Mechanicus Parucals, and is the outfit you currently see me wearing. How do you Varlets like it? Also, I have my vampiric form, which is out as a reward for those of you who wish to see me become a creature of the night. I have also called this one vampiric form for obvious reasons. And finally, you can switch me back to my canon appearance with the reward called Interrogator Uniform. There you go, that's the spiel. But yeah, welcome Headphones, it's been a while, how'd you been? Regio says, and I already finished the body. Yeah. Good luck. That's gonna be rough. What colors are you using for the Vargeist? Region says, I thought the same thing. Oh, that's really cool, love it. Isn't being a vampire like heresy? Well, technically, I don't think so, because again, aren't the Blood Angels vampires? And they're not heretical, are they? But my vampire model was the one that I made for Halloween. But I know that a few of you actually like my vampire form, so I went ahead and made it available through channel points. Channel points, sorry. And the Headphone Actor says, been busy with life now, trying to help a friend with her 3D model for VTubing. Haha, oh nice! Well, if she needs any tips, I got a few. I wouldn't say I'm by any means an expert in the, in the VTubing sphere, but I know a little bit, especially since I did a lot of this work myself. So yeah, just I guess an option in case you want to use it. Right. Then Heferato says, thanks. If I have any questions, I sure will you. I'm guessing sure will ask me. Okay. Trying to attach some things to her model in Blender. Watching some tutorials at the moment. Haha. Hey, no worries. Just, again, like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. Regio said they have Skin and Blight dinge skin with a black wash. Then dry brushed on a little back with the black and red hair and bright red to the dark white red wave. That actually sounds really neat. If you can, send me pictures. But yeah, for those of you who had actually seen the updates for skulls, in other words, the Warhammer gaming and miniatures, I guess, update. Do you have anything that you consider your favorite update so far? For me, my favorite update is most definitely the Dark Heresy game update. The trailer for it. I am pretty stoked about it. Definitely a game I gotta play as soon as it comes out. For those of you who don't know, Dark Heresy is actually a game where you play a agent for the Inquisition. I've actually been playing Dark Heresy on the tabletop for a few months now. Pretty fun game. Headphone says, meet one dog in Darktide. Haha. Well, hey, he's coming out. So I'm pretty sure he'll be stoked about that. I wonder how they're going to implement that. I always figured that if they added an Arbite, they would just, Arbites? Yeah, I'm going to call him Arbites. That's how you actually pronounce it. Because it's supposed to be Latin, so Arbites. So yeah, I figured they were going to implement Arbites by just making skins for them for all of them. Because I feel like you can be any of those and be part of the Arbites, so I don't know. Ragia says, same, Dark Heresy and Rogue Trader DLC. Yeah, definitely. And Headphone Actor says, also, I will not forgive them for the paid supremacy trailer. Yeah, I know, that actually looked really good until I saw that it's just like a phone game. I'm like, boo. Headphone Actor says it was so good. Just for a damn mobile game, I cry. Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh wow, is this gonna be like a 4X Warhammer game? I'm a bit dying to play one like that. But nope, it's just a fun game. Kevin says, I really thought it was going to be Dawn of War 4. Really? You thought so? I don't know. I felt like it was going to be maybe closer to Gladius. So I thought it would have its own name. I don't know if you ever saw Gladius, but I think Gladius was the closest thing that Warhammer ever got to a 4X game. I have it, but I haven't played it yet. Been saving that one up for a rainy day. Rayon says, yeah. Yeah to what? That you thought it was going to be a Dawn of War, or that you know of Gladius? And Reagan says, sorry, brush clean. One hand to Gladius. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that would have been nice if it was like a new Gladius or something like Gladius. I don't know if Gladius was all that well received or not. But I definitely like 4X games. My favorite one so far has been Endless Space 2. And we got Clone Pair. Owlcat makes good games, just need to wait for a couple of patches usually. But welcome, Clad Pair. I am Rosario Rivas, attaché to Inquisitor Marcholme of the Order Hereticus, and welcome to Looking Cute and Drawing Minis. We're currently drawing the Deathworld Veteran Agent for my Inquisitorial Kill Team. What brings you in today? And then Regiel says, I think CA, which I'm guessing you mean Creative Assembly, will make it eventually. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I mean, so far, I know that Creative Assembly doesn't have the best reputation. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Clone Pair. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I've been hearing a lot of great things as far as a lot of games that Owlcat makes. I've been wanting to try Rogue Trader for a while. I just haven't played it because, I don't know, from what I've seen as far as the story, it seems like it was just an Inquisitor game with a Rogue Trader name over it. So that's why I haven't felt all that compelled to play it. But I do want to play it at some point. I think I'm right now leaning towards maybe being a Navy origin. You know, like he's actually from the like a leader in the Navy. But again, I'm not sure yet. I've been kind of wanting to hold off for a Mechanicus one. But yet they have yet to bring out a Mechanicus origin, and it upsets me. And Clone Pair says they at least have a tech priest you can recruit. Nah, no, but I kind of want to play a Mechanicus character. They're my favorite faction in 40k. So not be able to play one. It's just like, come on! I was waiting for a Mechanicus character for Darktide, and I haven't been given one, at least playable. Because obviously you have Hadron, which she's great. But you can't play as one, so that upsets me. You can't play one a Rogue Trader. I'm like, come on! Give me one Mechanicus character. There, Regiel says, yeah, GW seems to not really like Mechanicus, since it's always a second fiddle and left in the dust. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if you ever read Forge of Mars. Was such a great book series. And Skitarii was really good too. I didn't like the sequel book, but the Skitarii book was really good. Oh yeah, that was another one of the updates. Clone Spear said, oh sorry, Cloned Pear says, you excited for Mechanicus 2 then? Yes, I am. And did you see that they added the Votan? Or the Leagues of Votan, should I say? Because they're technically considered the kin. At least that the actual dwarves. So I think it's pretty neat that they added a third faction. Because they had said you'd be able to play as a Necron, which is pretty cool. Obviously, I'm going to be playing Mechanicus. But it's neat to have options. I love Mechanicus, such a great game. I really need to finish it at some point. Hopefully, once I can start making some more streams, we can actually play through it on stream. Ragion says, okay, but where's my chaos option? Hey, they actually added the ability to play heretics. In other words, the Dark Mechanicum in the first one. Yeah, in the first one, you can actually play Dark Mech. So, yeah, you have that option. I don't know if they're going to bring it back into the new one. I don't see why they wouldn't, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Clone Pear, what got you into Warhammer? And how did you find me? Were you just browsing through Twitch, or did you find me on YouTube or Instagram? I really like how she's coming along. It's looking really good. I'm pretty proud of it. Clumper says, just browsing Twitch. Well, welcome, welcome. If you have any questions, please feel free. I mostly paint minis, but in the last few streams, we've been drawing up a future mini that I would like to have done at some point, either by myself or somebody else, I'm still weighing my options whether I actually want to model it myself, because I'm a bit of a 3D modeler. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so I plan to make an entire kill team based off myself. Yeah, so me as the interrogator, which is my rank in the Inquisition, but obviously have characters for each of the other available positions in the Inquisitorial kill team. And I wanted to start with Deathworld Veteran. He is from the planet Mahir, which they hunt giant insects. And they use him for weapons and armor. Hence why she's got that sort of lamellar carapace looking armor on her chest and arm. And even on her blade. Very happy with how she's looking. Clone Pear says, looking cool so far. Thank you, thank you. What's your favorite faction in 40k there, Clone? Oh, the Eldar. Nice. Or is it Dark Eldar? Did you put Deldar? I wasn't sure if the D was a typo. Okay, Darktide. Got it. Alright, cool. AKA the Drukari. Yeah, they're pretty neat. I like their whole concept. Just imagine how horrific that would be, being forced to do evil things for the rest of your life. That definitely makes you go crazy, I would think. That you quite literally have to skin people alive to stay alive. That must do something to your psyche. Do you have any minis of the Darktide? And do you have a fair unit? Ragion says could be worse. Yeah, it could be worse. Ragion says could be a Tau enjoyer. So much hatred for the Tau. Tau get a bad rap. And Ragion says it's all greater peace until a chain axe sweeps them off the table. But yeah, if there's any Tau players out there, please stand up. Again, no hate. No hate. Okay, now we got these hips to render. And we'll start with the other colors. Gotta clean up some of these colors here. Regel says, why do these lamps produce so much heat? I'm dying. What kind of lamps do you have? Redrick says, Ragion says, also I sent you a pic of the Varguys, since I definitely won't be done these today. Let me see if I can look them up real quick. Oh wow, very nice. Oh, let me see if I can pull them up. That's juice. Riga says, I don't know, I might just be me. It might just be me. Painting, I always heat up when I paint. Well, it's a lot of work, really. Right, there we go. Skip through here. This maybe not. Let me make sure you guys can see it. Hold on, let me move things around here a little bit. Let's see if we can focus entirely on... There we go. Come on. Is it night? But yeah, these are by Ragion. Really nice. I like what you did with the, I guess the runes and that sort of cracked surface for the sword. Really nice. Okay, these are old. That's why I'm looking at it. Here we go. These are the new ones. He's looking great. Yeah, I really like the transition with the wings. There we go. Lone Bear says looks great, man. Yeah, I know, right? It's looking really good. I'd say keep it up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think her skin is done. Well, at least the mid-tone. We'll be adding some highlights later, but I kind of want to start adding some more mid-tones to everything else. I know we technically have them on right now for all the other parts. Like for the clothes, the quad specifically, but I don't like the way that's currently shaded. Those are just kind of plastered on, just so I can start seeing how it's going to start looking. But let's actually start working on it and making it look good. I wonder if I can alter this a little bit. Now that I'm looking at the original color, Ragyal says it does look decent as is though. Well, I'm glad you like it. I kind of just want to add some tones, some tonal differences, just so that we can actually have a fully rendered piece. But for the most part, we are almost done. Yes. Yeah, let's go ahead and play around with the hues of this green here. Let me see if I can desaturate it a little bit. Nah, we'll keep the same green. Ragyal says, can see the depth. Yeah, exactly. That's why I kind of want to add some layers on there, so we can get some depth onto the actual character design, should I say. But here, let's grab this color. You can see what adding a little bit of depth to it actually does for the actual drawing. It makes it from good to great. The same with edge highlighting for miniatures. It takes a good-looking model to a great-looking model, just by adding that little bit of detail. Now let's go ahead and work on her headband. Seventy Rose says, I feel like it's hard hearing the music tonight. Oh, I mean, I haven't changed any of the setting. And it's a little weird. Anybody else having that same problem, or is it just on 7A Rose's end? Regel says, I hear it okay, didn't notice anything different. Okay, so that's 1 to 1. Guys, just let me know. And Clone Pair says, good on my end. Well, sorry to say, 70 Rose, looks like everybody else is having a okay time listening to it. We have Thaddeus saying, Yuka's music is good. Hey, Thaddeus, how you been? Long time no see. Or at least long time no speak. I'm guessing you've been lurking. Data says I do be lurking. Hey, that's okay. You know, I appreciate you checking the stream out. And then he says, I'm doing good. Just got back from a weekend of LARPing. Ooh, nice. What class do you play? Hey, that says human fighter. I am a simple man. Hey, no worries. From what I've seen, because I've did a little bit of LARPing a long time ago, it seems like human fighter is just what you want to do. Because most of it involves combat anyway. So, you'll be fighting most of the time, and you are human. Makes things easy. Miguel says, could be worse. You could be LARPing as a monster. Yeah, that should be pretty difficult, I would say, to LARP. You'd have to wear some kind of suit, I'm guessing. Ragia says, you know how hard it is not to hurt other people? It sounds like you have experience there, Ragion. Do tell. Alright, let's get to those pants. Regil says it was a few sessions in my yesteryears, but we pretty much role-playing D&D, and because of my size, I had to play and dress as monsters. Oh, wow. So I'm guessing you didn't enjoy it. And Region says, I loved it. We all loved to fight. It's just hard to fight as monster and not hit people in the face. But it was fun. Okay, well, hey, at least you got a good time. That's the important part. How often did you hit other people? Reagan says a lot. And I got hit a lot, says Ragion, and we could not roll saving throws to save our lives. How does that work, rolling saving throws in LARPing? Dario says, how did you LARP do monsters? Our group, the NPC/monsters, have minimal costuming, a face mask, colored tabard, etc. And Raya says, I was just adding flavor. We didn't actually roll saving throws. Okay, gotcha. And Diana says, lol. Region says, at Thaddeus, we also did minimal dressing. We had a lot of old costumes from Halloween and stuff. And then he form third, happy. Makes it hard when there's a lot of misspellings there. Probably you're saying we like foam swords and gloves with stuff taped on them for claws. Rhea says, let me tell you, it was a bootleg as it came. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times you're not going to see any professionally made anything in LARPing. So, what was it? Trying to remember that movie that was. Role models. Yeah, role models lie to you. If you saw the movie Role Models and thought it was going to be just like that LARPing, they lied. By the way, for those of you who don't know, LARPing means live action roleplay. Or live action role-playing. And we have Caiaphas Kane, first-time chatter, saying greetings. V. Caiaphas Kane, Caiaphas Kane, hero of the Imperium. Greetings, how you doing? I'm Interrogator US, attaché to Lady Marcholme of the Order Hereticus, and welcome to Looking Cute and Drawing Minis. What brings you in today, oh great hero of the Imperium? You find me on Instagram or YouTube, or were you just browsing on Twitch when you found me? And then the God Emperor also showing up. Says, drinking Tanity, just messing about on this platform. Ragion says, what does that name Caiaphas sound familiar? Well, if you're versed in Warhammer 40k, Caiaphas Kane is a commissar, and he's actually a very beloved character in Warhammer 40k. He's got quite a long series of books, and he's actually my favorite Warhammer 40k character. I've read a good chunk of his books. I would say probably really liked every book all the way up until Kane's Last Stand. Then after that, I got a little, not as good. It felt like they were treading old ground. But you might have heard me mention the name, because I've definitely recommended his books before. Region says that Khan would be sad to hear that if he had more books written about him. Well, again, the Khan is my favorite Primarch. I really like the Khan, but my favorite character is Kane. His character in Warhammer 40k. Again, I feel like, for the most part, I prefer modern 40k stories to Horus Heresy and anything pre-Heresy. I prefer to be in the current time. Especially, I prefer books that involve, I guess, more human characters than superhuman characters. Okay, I think we're done with that color. Which means we can get on with the carapace, yeah. Regal says, I agree. That's why I have my unpainted guard waiting for me to sit down and paint them. Oh, wow. How much do you have as far as the guard? And are you theming him after a certain army, or is it your own guard? Like, cause I made my own Imperial Guard kill team, and I used the Tempestus Scions as sort of the models that I was making, but I made my own version, which are the Conquistadors of Portum Fecunda. So if you scroll down all the way down to my Instagram, all the way at the bottom, you will see my my Conquistador Tempestus Scions. Regia says, I'm stuck on the paint scheme, that's why I haven't painted them, but 1k points worth. And then Calvuscade says, yeah, what the Emperor said, totally not trying to avoid fighting on the battlefield. Hey, this is a very chill spot, so no better place to enjoy your eternity and just relax with some soothing Gregorian chants or music from the Mechanicus. And even some bardcore in there too. And tell Jurgen I say hi. Oh, also, for those of you who don't know, I actually made a video about Caiaphas Cain on my YouTube channel. Please check it out and let me know what you guys think. The topic of the video is what Warhammer 40k books you should read first. And spoilers, it's involving our guest here today. Didia says, I feel like 1k to 1.5k is optimal for a 40k battle. At some point, I actually have to play a war or an actual 40k game, but I just prefer skirmish games, and I like painting all kinds of different things. I don't like just painting one thing. That's why I haven't played a 40k game myself. But I have all these ideas for kill teams and Necromunda gangs and Mordheim and Warcry. So it's like, Ragyat says, you mean you don't want to paint the same model 60 times? Sounds like heresy to me, to be honest. Maybe. But, again, it has to do a lot with the kind of stories that I like at Warhammer 40k anyway. I like smaller team stories, so I can really get to know the characters. Again, Caiaphas Cain being one of my favorites. I also like the James Swallow Sisters of Battle books, and again, that's a small little team or unit of Sisters of Battle. Like, I think the biggest army that I've read was the Forge of Mars series, because that was a whole, like, force, a whole expedition. But what I liked about that book is that it actually told the story from different characters' perspectives. It was really fun to read. And then Caiaphas Cain says, also while sitting here drinking Tanity, Miss Amberly Vale is also here with me. Oh, nice! Say hello to Lady Inquisitor as well. Inquisitor Marcholme sends her regards. By the way, Inquisitor Marcholme is the Inquisitor I work for, and she is of the Order Hereticus. Region says, Necromunda is an amazing read. I definitely want to check out some of their books. Right now, I think as close as I get to a Necromunda book have been the Vargantua crime series. I don't know if you ever read those. Things like Broken City and Once a Killer, Can Flesh and Steel, which I really want to read at some point. But apparently the book is sold out and trying to find a good copy is incredibly expensive. But yeah, there's a lot of crime and like gangs and all kinds of shenanigans happening in those. Really good books. I especially like one of the stories in Broken City where it's enforcer trying to track down a psyker serial killer. It was really good. Like really, really good. Alright, let's go ahead and work on that bone color. All right, I am loving how that's looking already. Sony Rule says I had to work tonight, so I'm driving and mostly listening. Guess I've learned for me the sound levels just don't translate well when they have to go through my car stereo. If I turn the music up loud enough to hear, then it sounds like you're yelling through my speakers when you talk, Rosario. Hello. So I just don't get to hear the music tonight, which is okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, unfortunately, if I were to turn it up, then it might blow out somebody else's eardrums. and or I might get muted. That's why I've kept it at the level that it's currently at. And I'm sorry that you're struggling there. But good luck with work. Regia says, just don't work. Easy peasy. That's what I do. I want to do. Yeah, don't we all? What's that song? How's that song go? I don't want to work. I just want to bang on my drum all day. For me, it's more like, I don't want to work. I want to paint minis all day. Regel says, it's both true and my worst nightmare. What, having to paint minis all day? Regel says, yes, I sit at work longing to go home and paint. Then I go home and cry as I walk towards the table, dreading painting. I'm sorry. Fortunately, that is not a problem I have. I do really like painting minis. Though eventually my body will not be happy with all the amount of mini painting that I do. And Clone Pair says, I get it. It's like putting the first bits of paint on a drawing. Yeah, it can be very difficult the first bit. Once you finally got it, then it gets easy. At least as far as drawing. I was having a really tough time getting this drawing just right. And I was hating every second of it. But now we're at a point where I'm more comfortable with it. Because it's kind of like painting a mini right now. Guy Fitzcane says, Jordan just showed me and a Veil something called fan art of some people shipping me and Veil. And she's on the floor now, curled up in a ball. Oh, really? Dare I ask what she saw? And Caiaphas Gain says, something worthy of a bolt pistol to the back of the skull. Okay. So definitely not something good. Regal says that means it was an amazing piece of art. 10 out of 10 for chaos. I'm guessing very much in the Emperor's Children vein of things. Regal says, indeed, all things in excess and perfection. Regan, do you have Emperor's Children, I guess, army yet? Regal says, I have all the models in boxes. Nice. I actually bought the Emperor's Children's box set too, but for completely loyalist reasons. I wanted to make white scars with the Emperor's Children, especially after having seen Beat the Wargamer make a corrupted white scar kill team. I wanted to do that, but make it loyalist, because I feel like a lot of the Emperor's Children models, for the new box set anyway, worked really well with that sort of Asiatic / Mongolian aesthetic. I feel like I only had to add with some extra stuff, maybe some pelts and whatnot, and obviously shave off a lot of the Slaneshi bits. But I think it worked really well. And if you check out my Instagram, you'll actually see my kit bash. I think I did really good in it. And I can't wait to paint them. And here we go. Regia says the only thing I'm missing is Thousand Suns and some Death Shroud Terminators. Ooh. I've been hearing rumors that they're gonna make like some kind of New release for 1,000 souls, but again, it's just a rumor. And then Regia says, well, Fulcrum does have a loyalist faction. Yeah, Sons of the Phoenix, right? And the Confiscate says, might need to get a group of specialist demon hunter Astartes. Yeah, something like the Grey Knights. And Regia says, yes, but no one needs to know about that. Oh, yeah, they're supposed to be what? Ultramarines? Yeah, Ultramarines. Or was it Imperial Fists? Are they supposed to be a successor chapter to the Imperial Fists? Okay, Confiscate says, aye. Regia says, I think it's Fist. It's been a while. Yeah, I think it is Fist. Paul Spear says, Sons of Dorn, supposedly. Okay, so yeah, it does seem like they for sure are members of the Imperial Fist. Regia says, I want to paint them as my loyalists, though. They had cool colors. Yeah, they're really nice. Regan says, yes, 100% Imperial Fist. Also, there definitely isn't Trader Primarch DNA in the Primaris Marines. Terror rumor didn't happen. yes, didn't happen. And if it did happen, I'm not at liberty to say. I've just been informed by Lady Marcholme that I should probably keep quiet about that kind of stuff. Alright, I think she's looking really good. Very happy with how she's coming along. I think we're almost done for today. We only got about 4 more minutes. Gotta knock out real quick. Yeah, I could do some of the highlights on the skin here. And I'm isolating the layer just so I can see the parts I'm picking. That way I'm not picking the wrong color. Okay, and I think with that, we are done for today. Let's check out our handiwork. Hey, Hackathon's coming in the last second saying, hey there, Rosario. Different change to the model, eh? Well, actually, now that you speak of it, let me go ahead and give my little spiel on it again. Pretty much what's going on is that there's some new rewards you can spend your hard-earned channel points on. I have mixed up a few things with my avatar's appearance, and now you're able to choose from 3 different outfits. First, we have my new Mechanicus form, which I have lovingly called this... oh, sorry, I can't even speak today. I've lovingly called this the Mechanicus Protocols, and is the outfit you currently see me wearing. Then I also have added the vampiric form as a reward. So for those of you who wish me to become a creature of the night, you can now get what's called the vampiric form. And finally, if you want to switch me back to my canon appearance with the reward called the Interrogator uniform. So again, we got 3 different things. You got the Mechanicus Protocols, which is this outfit you see right now. We have the vampiric form, which is my vampire Halloween costume. And then we have my Interrogator uniform, which is my base outfit. And all of those are available in the channel points. But yeah, with that, we are done for the day. Let's go ahead and save our progress. Make sure that I don't get screwed over there. And let's see if we can raid anybody. Here we go, raid. Okay, who can we raid? Okay, here we go. There's a Spanish speaking artist called Gurumo, who is currently... No, I think she can also speak English. But let's go ahead and raid her. Or him, I don't know. But it looks like they're drawing. Let's check it out. But again, before we go, if you like what I do and would like to support, please consider subscribing to my Twitch channel or donating to my Ko-Fi at Rosario US Art. Or if you missed an episode, feel free to check out my YouTube channel, which is also called Rosario US Art. But yeah, Var, let's go ahead and start a raid here. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for coming. It's been a pleasure streaming with you. I hope you've enjoyed the progress we've made so far on our My Hero World Deathworld Veteran. And I look forward to seeing you next week. So bye-bye, Varlets.
¿Qué hizo el güey para el
Ay, qué feo. Pidió dibujo
Gurumo 2 ja.
varias veces. Rosario Rivas Plata, digo Rivas Art, gracias por la raid. Bienvenidos a los 7K personas de Rosario Rivas Plata.
XDDD.
Buenas noches.
Bienvenidos.
Perdón, andaba terminando de dibujar esto.
Bienvenido Rosarios Lovers. Hola.
Un ejercicio nomás.
Gurumo 2 me Gurumo 2 me Gurumo
Hola,
2.
hola, hola Rosario.
Buenas chorros. Rosario 35.